Right.
This is a new marinade.
All right.
Ho ho ho!
How about that then? So let's see if we can get our both of us in. How's this work? Maybe it's a bit too. There you go.
There.
That's better. That's better. So Phil, why don't you talk us through what you've made us tonight?
Tonight, Mr. Manford has. I have made because he didn't want carbs. Quite specific, didn't want carbs.
Yeah, we're cutting the carbs out.
So he has Oriental stir-fried broccoli. Just broccoli stir-fried with spring onions.
That's not your cooking.
What's that?
I just ate the bone. That's all.
You ate a bone?
Yeah.
You?
It's still really nice.
So broccoli.
Imagine I would have died live on YouTube.
That would have been a moment. Broccoli. Stir-fried.
Broccoli's fit.
With garlic. Spring onions. Regular onion. A bit of 5-spice. And dark soy sauce.
Where did you learn to cook?
Taught myself, really.
Was your mum a good cook?
She was in catering.
Oh, right.
She cooked in pubs.
Right.
Because my granddad was a publican. So there was always... The weird thing is about my mum is, make of that what you will, viewers, but she always cooked on a catering scale, hence...
Yeah.
I was fun.
Well, I'm using the bone thing as well.
Well.
Right, let's see. So, I'm doing this thing where I can get people to ask questions. I don't know if it'll work. But there you go. Look. We'll do. Right. Oh, who's your favourite? Never mind the Buzzcock presenter. That's a tough one, isn't it?
Well, Mark was. It was weird when people asked that because it was different times and different people doing different things. Right?
Yeah.
In terms of one evening I remember.
Yeah.
Wogan.
Of course. Yeah.
It was Wogan. It was so good that night. It was so good. No retakes.
Just a pro.
The really weird thing is the people that were best at doing that show in terms of the sort of efficiency were people that did lots of telly. So Jonathan, Wogan, Lorraine Kelly, Cilla Black. Just do it.
Right.
They just understand the grammar of television.
Who was the worst then?
God, I'm trying to think.
What was that? I'll tell you what I want to ask actually.
Yeah, go on then.
What was that moment? Was it for the cameras or that moment where Preston stormed out? Was that dead awkward?
That was real.
Was it dead awkward?
Christ, yeah. The thing is I remember talking to the girl that booked it. And I was like, what? The reaction seemed sort of disproportionate.
Right.
But what had happened was he had asked them not to use her book.
Oh, I see.
And they said we won't use it. So he got kind of, it's showbiz.
Yeah.
Not really important, but he asked for something and they said yes, and then they didn't.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough then.
I phoned him when he was on the way home.
Right.
But I knew him. Sam, he's a good lad.
Yeah.
I said, you're all right.
Yeah.
And he went, I had to leave. I was going to hit him.
Right. Fair enough. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
And Amstel would go down as well. I mean, I'm just saying. He's not a fighter, is he?
I don't think he would.
He's a sharp tongue, but
Yeah. I don't think.
He's that boy at school, isn't he? Who's like, the bully's here giving it fucking knocking out, and Amstel's behind him giving it. Yeah.
Oh. God, Simon was so quick.
He's very funny. Very funny comic.
Just some of the stand-up. I saw him doing stand-up in Edinburgh one year. out as well.
Yeah, I did a benefit thing with him at that one Addison I used to organise.
Oh, the Waverley Care one.
The Waverley Care one,
Yeah.
And he was just electric. Fantastic night. Let's have a look. Phil, have you lost weight? Says James.
I've done a bit, love, yeah.
Haven't you?
Well, so have you.
Yeah. But I mean,
Between us, we think we've lost one of the Stewart children.
We've,
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
we've lost Jeremy Potts.
We think we've lost quite a robust one, actually. I think between us, we've done, what, £50?
Yeah. I reckon so.
Yeah.
Sharon says,
yeah,
I passed Mr. Jupitus in the crowd at Glastonbury many moons ago. I didn't stop and say hello as I figured it was his time to himself. We were both passing the bakery stall in the corner down from the acoustic stage.
Oh, gosh.
Did I do the right thing or should I have said hi?
I like when people... It's nice when people say hello.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you remember I equated that? People quite often say, what's it like being famous? For want of a better word.
Yeah.
I'm not really famous. I'm on telly.
Yeah. It's a byproduct of the job.
There's fame. I don't think I'm famous. I think I work on telly.
Yeah.
So people know who you are. Have you at a disadvantage in the crowd? But when people say hello, it's quite nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
When they're nice.
Yeah.
Because obviously the flip side is.
Well, you know.
I think that's the way to look at it. Is if you're nice, and then it's fine. If you're a prick, then it's not. So you know yourself before you say hello.
Yeah.
I know which way it's going to go.
There was this sort of misnomer online. I remember someone saying to me once, "Oh, it's not like they say on the internet, you're friendly." I was like, "What?"
What do you say?
Yeah, no, it's widely said on the internet that you're really grumpy. And it's like, well, there's two things that work there. Firstly, when you're on telly, it is fake.
Yeah, of course.
So you're not like that all the time.
How annoying would that be?
Christ,
Imagine if you were annoying. If you were like that all the time.
Bear him. But I mean, he pays the bills. He's a good lad. But Christ,
Telly Phil.
Well, not anymore. He don't. Stage Phil's taken over.
Well, somebody said, would you ever consider a live version of Never Mind the Buzzcocks?
Well, we did do it at what's that festival in Suffolk?
Oh, yeah,
the one out near
the middle class one. I mean, they all are. It's very.
I think you'll find they all are. Yeah.
Yeah, they all are, but that one's particularly middle class and stuff. I know what you mean. Latitude.
Yes. We did it at Latitude one year, and it was like fucking Beatlemania.
Oh, really?
The crowd went nuts. Because they rope off the Comedy Arena.
Yeah.
And they decided to start the day with a live Buzzcocks. David O'Doherty hosting. Paloma Faith was on. Trying to remember who else. I think Joey Page was on as well.
Right.
So me, Noel. But I'm trying to remember the other people that were involved.
Was it harder though? Because obviously without the edit. But then again, you do loads of improv stuff like that. So they had the arena roped off, and then when they let the people were sprinting to get down the front. My mate Danny said he'd never seen anything like it at the Comedy Stage, which holds about 5,000 people. That tent. Yeah.
And they reckon they were just spilling out.
Wow.
For hundreds of yards around.
The show's been on for so long. It's like it spanned generations.
It was all
You know?
It was something that was talked about a lot, and me and Noel, we were always, it'd be fun. But there's, it is owned by Fremantle.
Oh yeah. I see. So you got to get their permission and all that.
It's one of those. Can I just? Is it possible? Can I thank someone here on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, of course.
Can I show that to the camera?
Yeah, it's up there.
Is that up there? That there. Can you see that?
There you go.
There you go. That. Can you read that?
West Ham.
The Dublin Hammers.
Right.
One of the Dublin West Ham. The Dublin Hammers, West Ham Supporters Club, established in 1991.
God.
One of the lads came out and gave me a badge.
Glory on us.
Yeah. And
brilliant. That's nice of them.
I've got a Welsh West Ham fans. A Welsh hammer came up to me one year and gave me a I love a badge, as you know, mate.
You love a badge, don't you? You love a badge.
But it's so sweet of them. So I'm touched by that sort of. That's what I love. Kind of unsolicited kindnesses.
Yeah, I like that as well.
From people, you know.
Yeah, it's cute, isn't it?
Because they know something about you, and then they act on that small piece of knowledge, you know.
Yeah.
West Ham fan collects badges. Here you go.
Yeah, it's sweet, isn't it? It's
just
sweet.
a lovely thing. Yeah.
Let's see what. Let's get one more, then we'll have.
Did you enjoy your dinner,
mate? Sorry. So
that kind of.
This was amazing. I mean, I don't really eat skin, but of the old.
The skin of the fish.
The scales.
The skin of the fish. There's a lot of goodness in the skin.
I'm sure there is, but
it's the skin of the fish. Like an otter, like a large otter.
That was fish. Lovely.
Yeah.
And that was the best broccoli I've ever had. I don't mind. Like, for me, when it comes to vegetables, I don't like any of them. I fucking hate them. So what I do is I put up with them because I know I have to have them.
Yeah.
And I have a list of like, you know how I feel about the sprout.
I do indeed. The other day, your face.
I can't believe that someone
snuck a sprout into your dinner.
It wasn't even on the menu.
Not mentioned.
It didn't even say it on the menu.
You just held it. It was just like, if this lemon was a sprout, you were like,
I know it just, and I tried it, and I thought to myself,
you went no, maybe.
Hey, you know what? I mean, it's out of its jurisdiction.
Is there anything you didn't like when you were a kid that you do like now? I mean, generally disliked.
I don't know. See, my mate Steve always says I've got the palate of a 10-year-old.
Right.
Because basically what I liked at 10 I still like now. Things haven't changed. Obviously I've got hotter in the curry arena. Yeah. But what did I not like? I guess stuff. I mean, broccoli. I wouldn't even touch broccoli.
Yeah.
Broccoli, and it's.
I didn't like things like string beans.
Yeah.
And yeah. I wasn't a fan of greens as a kid.
No.
I liked peas. I liked a roast dinner. Anything that could be a vector for gravy.
Yeah.
Anything that was basically a gravy delivery system.
The Sunday dinner would come out, and I would. I didn't mind it, but I never liked mashed potato, which is a weird thing not to like.
I am absolutely stunned by that. You told me that the other day.
I just never liked it. I don't mind it now.
I mean, I know that we're eschewing the carb, but the mash would have been a.
Yeah.
I mean, I was planning a fairly elaborate bubble and squeak for when you come and stay at my house in Essex.
No, I will. I mean, I like it. Don't mind it. I like them.
But the problem is, then you said you don't have sprouts, and I can't have bubble and squeak without sprouts. Isn't bubble and squeak to me, to my mind.
See, we call it scouse in the north.
Bubble and squeak. I thought scouse had meat in it.
See, I don't know about that. I mean, the internet will tell us.
But I know a scouse. I thought scouse was
all
a bit like Lancashire hot pot, but like a mince and potato thing. Scouse.
Oh, maybe
kind of,
right.
I thought it was as well. I tell you what.
I thought it was a Sunday dinner mixed up.
And if there's any Scottish people out there, stovies as well, of course. Have you had stovies?
No,
mate. When we were in Edinburgh at the flat, I'll take you down to Crombie's in Broughton Street in Edinburgh. There's a butcher's there, and they have a. It's a very good butcher. They're award-winning sausages they have at Crombie's. They have about, I mean, on a day-to-day basis.
Jimmy Carr did that corporate, didn't he? The Sausage of the Year award.
Did he?
Yeah, he does them all.
You've got to love that. Are there any Jim hasn't done?
No, he's done literally them all. I texted him a picture of. I bought some coconut water the other day, and on the side it said, the winner of the Coconut Water of the Year awards. And so I sent it to Jim saying, "Have you done this corporate yet?" He must have. So
the butchers, and they've got a hot bar at the back.
Right.
So they do breakfast stuff in the morning. They do their sausages and bacon and stuff. But during the day, they'll do like a chilli and maybe like a cottage pie. Nice. But they do a Scottish dish called stovies. Now stovies, and I'm sure many of you out there, any of our Scottish viewers, stovies, which is a mix of potato and onion and mince.
I like the sound of that.
Delicious.
I like the sound of that.
I've only ever had it once, and it's one of those things. Have you ever had to? I mean, because as a hefty lad, you know when a food is not good for you.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you're eating something, you're like, I can't really have more of this.
No.
But I remember if I have something that I know is bad for me, but I really, really like, there's a rueful feeling of, as I'm eating it, I'm sad because I'm like, I can't have this anymore because this is evil.
So it's
bad. It's one of those. It's so
but
delicious.
by then we'll be like 11 stone, so we'll be able to.
Do you have a target weight? I mean, I'm thinking of.
Well, I'd like to get to about 13 and a half. That'd be.
You'll be a pencil if you're
like
13 and a half.
13 and a half.
Jeez, what are you now?
About 15 and a half.
I'm just under 19 dead. I'm about 18,
I was
12.
17 stone at Christmas.
The way you say that, I dream of 17 stone, son. I dream of 17 stone. That's like, oh God. I just, when you said that, I heard a choir. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see. I think I'll know. I think I'll get to the point when, because you see when comics lose weight, they're not as funny. Like when they've been fat and then they get thin.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Tell me one where that happened.
Well, it's hard to mention it, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, because.
Is it someone you know?
Yeah, someone we both know.
Oh, okay.
But I think it is. I think it is harder. So, I mean, pick a good-looking comic. Are there any good-looking comics?
Oh no! Wait! John Gordillo, very handsome boy.
Handsome, yeah.
Very handsome.
That people. I mean,
good-looking. I think. Come on. No. I'm going through a list of them now.
Because when an audience looks at a comic, if they're good looking, you're like, well, you've not struggled. Even subconsciously, they look at a good looking person, they think, you've not had it as hard as I've had it as a not good looking person.
Right.
So who are you to come on and tell me about the foibles of
so you're saying
of life?
That comedians, it's got to be a freak show.
I think there's something wrong with you. Yeah.
I think there's something wrong with you. There's got to be a frailty.
But I think even when you're looking at them, you're thinking, well, that's not someone who conforms to the international level of beauty.
Yeah.
I mean, at a push, maybe. I mean, Bish has got, he's got those lovely locks and those cracking teeth.
He's got a.
Who else would you say? Russell Howard.
Yeah, Russell Howard.
But I think he's got like a lazy eye or something, hasn't he? So he's got
Brand.
There's always something. Russell Brand.
Brand is.
Yeah, I mean, at a push, Russell, I guess, is probably the best.
The really weird thing is it's like he smiles less now. Yeah. When he's looking sexy is when he's not smiling. It's a bit like who's the girl who was in the Pirates of the Caribbean films?
Oh, I know what you mean. English girl.
Yeah.
Keira Knightley.
Right. Keira Knightley.
Yeah.
Right. Have you noticed that Keira Knightley, when she wants to look sexy, she has to look serious and not mean.
Moody, yeah.
The second she smiles, she
looks
looks like a 16-year-old schoolgirl.
She
goes, hello! So she can't do sexy smiling.
Yeah, I think you might be right. You might be on something there. Can you be
sexy? Can you?
Sexy.
Who's got a sexy smile?
Clooney.
Clooney's got a very sexy smile.
Clooney. Wow.
Who would you jump the fence for? Come on. Clooney's on my list.
Who would I get on that other bus for?
Clooney was always on my list.
Clooney's
Damon Albarn, but young Damon Albarn.
Right.
I thought Damon Albarn was insanely good looking. But you have to understand, Jason, I did spend some time at boarding school, so I've done the induction course. I'm predisposed.
I think. See, we had this conversation when I used to work for UCI Cinemas. One time the phone lines went down, and there was essentially a lot of like out of work actors would do this job, and so there was like a couple of gay guys, a few girls, me, and then this guy who was Peter, who was just like the most miserable man you've ever met, like, and he was about sort of mid-50s and just not happy. I mean, he wasn't happy to be in a call centre, I think, with a load of kids,
Yeah.
And so this conversation came up, and I think I went with, I think I went with a Clooney or a Pitt or I went down that level, that sort of level, Fight Club Pitt, And we have a laugh, and he was furious. He was like, "It's disgusting. This you shouldn't be talking like this." And these gay guys were picking girls they would swap for.
Yeah.
And girls were picking guys, girls and all. And so it went on. Anyway, the computer system came back on, and we, "Hello, UCI Cinemas. How can I help you?" And we carried on with work. About 2 hours later, this guy, and he used to hobble as well. And he sort of hobbled past me at the desk. I had my headpiece on, and I just finished the call, and he just leant over and he went, "Burt Reynolds." And just walked off. Like it took him 2 hours over his dinner. He was like,
the reluctant jump. The last minute reluctant jump.
I was like, "But which Burt Reynolds? Are you talking
the Bandit?
Like smoking
the bandit?
Burt Reynolds?
The Bandit. Gotta be the Bandit.
Or Deliverance Reynolds. Because Deliverance Reynolds was good looking. He was
Mean Machine Reynolds.
Mean Machine Reynolds.
Yeah.
So, anyway, well, we should say goodnight to
Yeah.
people because we've got things to do. Good night.
Good night.